Welcome, everyone. You're listening to Nephology, the podcast dedicated to crypto, accounting, business, finance, and much, much more. I'm Joe David, the founder of Nephos Group in Myna. Please note that all conversations recorded are professional opinions, and if you'd like to know more or gain support, please reach out to the team directly. Now on to the next episode. So welcome everyone to the latest episode of the Nephology podcast. I am with my good friend Gareth Cleverly again. Gareth, how are you?
Good, Joe. Thank you very much.
Good. So today we're going to try and make a kind of a short, sharp episode because this is more of a niche market that we're talking about today, and that is why should you be considering outsourcing your crypto accounting or your clients that have crypto holdings to a specialist firm. And so let's start with that point. Just quickly, Gareth, for those that don't know who you are, just give us a quick overview of you and Wealth 99.
Yeah, absolutely. So hi everybody, I'm Gareth Cleverly. I'm the new business and educational director for Wealth 99, a unique, bespoke platform for crypto buying, storing and selling. Of course, you can do everything with us. We only ever talk about buying.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, we never say about selling, but of course you can. And we are here today I'm here today to kind of put a bit more gravity on why it's so important and the pain points we feel in our journey as a company and our client base, which is why why we partner and work with you guys on a daily basis, basically.
So the obvious question to start, and obviously I'm biased here, but the obvious question to start is, why should you even care? Why should you care about crypto? If you're an accountant, if you're an IFA, even family offices, things like that, why should you care whether your clients have got crypto or not?
Ooh, it's a very hard-hitting question.
Yeah.
So the easy answer to that is, and I'm going to go to personal experience here, the amount of accountants that I've spoken to that are in front of me, and I'm there to talk to them about helping them understand crypto from an accountancy point of view. And they're like, I don't like crypto, I'm not into it. Well, that's irrelevant. Do you like everything else? Do you like the business your clients run?
Do you like building?
Do you like a hairdresser?
Yeah.
Do you like bakeries? Probably not.
I like bakeries.
I love bakeries, yeah, I know I can tell. We're not here to argue the merits of whether you, Mr. Accountant or Mrs. Accountant, like crypto as an investment opportunity. We're here to argue the merits of your clients have a need that you need to fix. So stop being selfish, stop being closed-minded, and stop being downright stupid, to be honest with you. And your clients have a need, whether you like it or not, and you need to look after that need. And if you can't look after that need, then guess what? They're going to go find somebody that can.
That's a really interesting point as well, right? Because we sit here and as individuals and have opinions. And we can have opinions on crypto, we can have opinions on loads of different bits and pieces. But what we forget sometimes is exactly what you just said, which is it doesn't matter what our opinion is. It's whether our clients need our support or not. And why are we in business as professional service firms, as even to the extent of what where you guys are as well. Why are we here? We're here to make money, but we're here to support our users, our clients, and to help them and to just dismiss a total, I think the latest thing that came out last year, 2022, was 10% of British adults hold crypto. It's probably much higher than that.
Absolutely.
In that there's a lot of people probably won't admit to it or what have you. So it's naive to think that you could just ignore it. And it is interesting that people feel like that. So what's your experience been with the accounting industry and even the wealth industry as well? What's your experience been talking to the other professionals?
Painful. Painful for a number of reasons. You get some that really, really want to learn for the benefit of their client. You get some that tick that box. They're great, but they just can't grasp it they're trying to understand it, I think, from the wrong point of view. Yeah. They're trying to understand it from an investable point of view rather than, well, no, all you need to know is the tax point of view. What's the tax liability? How does it fit? Yeah. But they want to understand it before they then get to that, which I get. That makes sense, and I respect that. Then you get the other ones that, exactly like I just said, that, I don't like crypto, I'm not interested. Yeah, but you've got 15 clients out of your 100 clients that actually own crypto, and they're going to ask you come April, oh, I bought this and sold that in my crypto portfolio. Can you help me? And you're not going to be able to answer them. So how are you set up? What's your next step with that? And it's just basically like bashing your head against a brick wall, to be honest with you. Because what they do is, because we're the crypto company, specifically before we changed our brand, we obviously, which is associated with our coin as well, everybody was scared to death of us, all thought we were there to just sell them our coin. Well, no, what I'm actually here to do is say, look, you've got a problem or a pain point within your company where you've got clients that are going to ask you a question and you simply won't have the answer to it. What happens then? Well, your client's going to have to go and find somebody that can. And guess what? Those people that already can also do everything you can do. So why would they need two?
Yeah.
Why would they need two bills? Why would they need to say, oh, well, who have I got to send this bill, this information to, and that one? It's just going to go one place. Humans take the path of least resistance. Is what we do. And it'll be no different, especially when it comes to something as painful as the end of your tax, which is something none of us like and enjoy, hence why accountants exist.
In the nicest possible way, I don't think accountants enjoy it most of the time.
Well, I can't comment on that one, but it just did for me. So it's been painful from that point of view. So from our experience as well is that people always ask us, well, why do we care? Well, we care because we're a wealth platform and we have investment strategies for our client base that are tax efficient. We have wealth strategies that are long-term. And also, guess what? If 2022 wasn't a great year for you in your portfolio, guess what? You can offset it against the next year. But people aren't doing this. And it means that you're not tax efficient from every angle, not just buying it through a pension or an ISA. And we found that there was a lot of our clients were coming to us and saying, hey, as you know, I've been using your platform now for 18 months, 2 years, whatever it may be, and I need to tell my accountant my liability. How do I do that? Oh, okay, well, we can help them with regards to the downloads. You download this, you click this CSV file, you link to this bit of technology that gives you all the information you need to then give to your accountant. And they're like, yeah, but my accountant doesn't know what it means. Oh, can you help them? Not really, because that's his job.
Yeah, you're not an accountant.
Yeah, if I help him, then I'll charge you the accountancy fee, which we don't say, but I'm thinking that in the back of my head.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, and also I'm not an accountant. I probably do know the majority of the answers you're asking because I work with you and I'm indoctrinated in this industry. You kind of just pick them up as you go along. However, I'm not qualified. I haven't got those letters underneath my signature. So I'm not really supposed to. Oh, but he doesn't know if it's a capital gain or if it's income. Well, that's kind of obvious. Did you buy it or did you get paid it? It's not rocket science. Oh, can you? So this came to a point where it kind of became frustrating because we've got clients that care about their tax liability at come end of year. They're sophisticated clients, whatever you want to call them. They're people who own their own businesses, and because that's kind of our target market is, I don't like the phrase that we kind of use in the industry, but our client base is 30 plus. The majority of them are 30 plus. Mm-hmm. So they have businesses that they run themselves. I think 50% of all of our clients have their own limited companies.
Right.
So they have an accountant set up.
Yeah.
So we thought, okay, well, how can we help them, but without helping them? Let's find a company that can help them.
Hello.
And to be honest with you, on that, before I go back to you with that, we actually spoke to a lot of companies prior to you. Companies that come up on, what do you do when you need to find something? You Google. And there were so many tax specialist crypto companies that came up. And guess what? By their own merit as well, they said, well, we're not. We just like our clients to know that we can help them with it, and then we'll outsource it somewhere else. That's fine. At least they're doing something about it. And after meeting you and understanding that you've got a core product to your business that is specifically for crypto tax and crypto accountants, it was a no-brainer to then say, oh, look, can you help us with this problem that we've got? And it's grown more than that, as we know. But yeah, it's been painful. Positive now because of you guys, thankfully. But it is still quite frustrating because you still have the accountants that simply, I don't care about crypto.
Yeah, our good friend Dan at Recap.
Yes.
He posted in a group that I was in yesterday, saying I've done this quick poll on Reddit and an accounting forum on Reddit. I'm not sure how many accountants are on Reddit, but anyway. And I clicked on the link, and funnily, it was like, "Do you want to learn more about crypto?" or something along those lines. And the comments, and obviously from when I saw it, they may have changed when people listen. We're all very much like, crypto's rubbish. Crypto's gonna die. Crypto's, no point in learning about it because it's not worth anything, and all these different bits and pieces. And you just sit there and you think, like you say, it's not that is really, really poor service to your client. The thing that I liken it to is R&D.
Yeah.
And I've said this to you many times.
Yes, good example.
We as a firm, we don't in-house do R&D. We could blag it. We could give it a go, and we'd probably 9 times or maybe 8 times out of 10, we'd be absolutely fine. There'd be no questions. It'd be all good. It'd probably take us ages to do it because we don't have the efficiencies and the system set up to do it. And we probably, on some cases, would make some mistakes and therefore not do the right service by our client. We wouldn't keep up to date, all those different bits and pieces. So we use a specialist R&D firm, and we outsource our work to the specialist R&D firm who do that piece for us, give it back to us. Client knows it. Some cases, maybe they don't want to know it. They don't care. Who cares? We get it back. We plug it into where we need to plug it into, and we will move on. And everyone gets the right advice. The client gets the right advice from the right people. We don't have to worry about keeping up to date on something we don't want to keep up to date on. And it works really well. And I think the majority of accountants out there have absolutely no problem outsourcing their work to an R&D specialist. So why is crypto any different? So that's where we come in, is that, do you want to be an expert? You might do, which is fine. If you do, absolutely go all in like we have. Go in, watch videos, read articles, really invest in the community, physically invest in the community. That's great. But most people don't want to do that. So if you don't want to do that, what are your options? Your options are talk to somebody that does. And as we've said, that can be on 2 ways. That could be a completely open and transparent, we speak to the client, we do all the work, we give it back to you, or we don't if you don't want to, or we can white label it, and we can help you build your team externally with us. So yeah, that is in a nutshell, that is my comparison. Is if you consider outsourcing other elements of your business, why would you not outsource this part?
I couldn't agree with you more. Again, it all comes back to servicing your clients, and that's not just the accountancy world; it's every industry. There's certain things that we, as a crypto or wealth platform, in terms of the SIPs, the SAS, the ISAs, well, we're not specialists in those areas. So guess what? We've brought in specialists in those areas to say, look, our client wants to buy crypto through the ISA or the SAS or whatever it may be. Can you speak to them, give them all the information from a legal point of view that they need? And then they've got the informed decision, and then they come back to us and just buy the crypto. So we're the shop front for the crypto, and they're the specialists. So we outsource certain parts as well. Here today.
Yeah, prime example. Yeah.
Jukebox Studios, lovely, great setup. Why would, you could get all this set up, but it's going to cost you a fortune.
And we literally spoke about this, didn't we? And you were kind of like, do you use this place a lot? And I was like, what's really cool, it's not quite plug and play like with everything, because you've got to set up the camera up in the right angle and all that sort of stuff. But pretty much, it probably takes him 5 minutes to set it up. Yeah. Once, because he's obviously done the pre-set. Pro. And we can basically turn up. It's very efficient. We sit down, we record our episode, we move on. Yep. He does the post-production piece and gives it to us. So, like you say, and I do that. It's a really good example you just used, because sometimes I don't even think about it. Well, of course I do that. I outsource the ability to import my food into a place where I can get it from to Tesco's, or I don't go to the suppliers and say, can we place an order to come from my coffee to come from Kenya to my house, please.
Everything. I outsourced my journey here today. Guess what? I hired a train company to get me here.
Yeah, exactly.
If you think about it, we outsource everything. So for an accountant to be, or an IFA for that nature as well.
Yeah.
IFA is also frustrating.
I was going to come on to that briefly.
In a second. So for anybody that has one of their clients that says, look, I need this service done, and at the end of the day, it's not something that's alien to them. It is actually them seeing what their tax liability is, which is fundamentally the main job of an accountant.
Yeah,
That's it. That's the core thing. There's a lot more that goes on to help advise, make you more efficient. But fundamentally, I've done this. What's my tax liability? Making you legal.
Yeah, especially when it comes to a tax return and a self-assessment and all those bits and pieces.
So for them to just dismiss that, saying, I hate crypto, I'm not doing that for you, I just don't get it.
No.
It's actually very frustrating. Sitting here now talking about it, I'm getting more frustrated thinking about it.
Yeah. No, I totally, I get that. And it's the same for me, right? It's that, why would you, if you are going to dismiss it, which in principle, I don't have a problem with you dismissing it, but make sure you've got the ability to service it or to help that client out. And that might be you dismiss it, you hate it, but you go, but I know it's there. So Joe, can you guys help me? I don't want to know about it. I don't care about it, but I want you guys to help me. And that's the key. And then, just touching on the IFA piece, because like you say, it's a slightly different dynamic. But in principle, a similar sort of scenario where crypto client talks to an individual that holds crypto talks to an IFA, and the IFA says, whoa, you said the C word, not the one that you normally use. And now I'm not working with you. And it's like, whoa, chill out.
Chill your beans.
Yeah. And especially from an IFA, if somebody like that works with us and we can help them put it all on a tax return, declare it all properly, all those bits and pieces, look, guess what? That IFA can help that client in a significantly better way.
I quite aggressively say this sentence to anybody that says, my IFA said I can't do it. Okay, so what you're telling me is your IFA, who's responsible for your financial well-being, who's responsible for bringing to the table investment opportunities for the benefit of your financial well-being and financial future for you and your family. What you're saying is your IFA is not willing to bring to the table or allow to listen and understand and learn the best performing asset class in human history. We did, about a year ago, and this is my heading, which I had to have a lot of arguments with Andy and some people in the office about making sure that we could get this heading, and it was titled Why You Should Sack Your IFA.
Nice.
And it was all along the lines of that. Well, because he's not brought me, he or she has not brought me the best performing asset class in human history. And there's no exaggeration there. Forget volatility. If you buy it now, if you bought it 6 years ago, you are massively in profit. Where's it going to be in 6 more years?
Yeah, and I was going to say that, again, non-financial advice.
And again, that always comes down to the Wealth 99 approach of an investable asset class buying for the future, not buying for the day-to-day trading volatility.
Yeah, if you buy it today, there's every chance that next week you will lose money if you sell it.
And again, you only lose money if you sell your asset. And when we had a little break 5 minutes ago and I went to the toilet, I thought in my head about if you've got £500 to put in Bitcoin and Bitcoin increases 6%. Oh, great, yeah, 6% returns. Okay, but what's the point in liquidating that? Because if £500 and 6%, well, it's not going to change your life. Even up to the point of 50 grand and 6%, it's not life-changing amounts of money. Especially if you've got 50 grand to invest, 6% increase from 50 grand. Well, it's like, oh, great, okay, it's great. But if you let that fester and those 6% grow over 6, 7, 8 years, 10 years, 15 years, now it becomes something where you want to liquidate and say, okay, I'm going to enjoy that profit I've made now. So the IFA thing is something that I've ignored. We've ignored even trying to discuss that opportunity or partner with IFAs. We're here. If an IFA wants to say, I need to understand crypto for the benefit of my clients or me, for my own business, we're here to help. Absolutely, our door is open for you because we really, really want to help. Because guess what? Another 3 years, let's say 5 for the sake of a recording, they will...
We're not that slow again.
They will be allowed... they will be allowed to offer investing into digital assets, whether it be crypto or tokenized real estate, commodities. It will be using the technology and it'll be using companies like us, whether they like it or not.
Or potentially what you've got in terms of the bundles. And, it might be that we're slow to adopt individual asset regulation, but in terms of bundles, blue chip bundle or, and having a risk marker on those bundles and things like that. I absolutely agree. And we don't shy away from working with IFAs, and we're more than happy to support IFAs clients with crypto. Of course we are, but like and a lot of this is also down to the government and the negative sometimes approach of the FCA and things like that, where it ends up making IFAs scared to even say the word crypto.
And then you've got the insurance thing. So we actually reached out to a couple of IFAs that we have personal relationships with, and their honest answer was, look, I actually love crypto. A couple of them said this to me. I actually invest in it privately. I can't ever discuss it with my clients because the simple thing is I'm not insured to do it. With my other things that we offer them, there's an indemnity that exists. If they insure and something happens to it, they get indemnified. Or I can't get sued is the response that they give. So, but with crypto, that doesn't exist. And I get it. I probably wouldn't, through my professional, but I'd still learn about it, knowing full well that tokenization of normal traditional assets, the stock market will be tokenized.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean,
bonds, government bonds, it'll all be tokenized because it's faster, immutable, cheaper, everything. You name all the positive words, and
then it's better.
It exists. So to get their head around the technology, and more than anything else, is something that I think that they need to do, and the best way to do that is learn about crypto.
Yeah, a good friend of mine is an investment manager in Jersey, and for a firm, and he messaged me. He's had crypto on the back burner for a while in his portfolio and things like that, but he's had it because he kind of felt he had to, in a sense of like, I say he had to, and my point is he knew it was important. And when I say he's holding crypto, I mean Bitcoin, maybe a bit of ETH, but he had it because he was like, I don't want to not be in it, but at the same time I don't know enough to go too deep.
Sure.
And he messaged me a couple of months ago and was like, right, I've now got the headspace for it. Where do I go? I want to learn crypto. Where do I go? And and that is exactly it. Doesn't have to be immediate. It doesn't have to be, and I'm not even saying that he's necessarily going to talk to a client tomorrow about crypto, but he wants to educate himself on a new asset class, and he's an investment manager. Why wouldn't he want to?
I think it's open-minded. If I'm an IFA, okay, and I've got clients asking about crypto that at this present moment in time I don't know the answers to, like the accountancy scenario, what I'm going to do is say, however, I do know somebody that can answer your questions. Let me introduce you to him. I'll sit on that call so I can learn at the same time. I don't understand why this isn't a thing.
Because I guess that call doesn't make the money in some instances. So
what it's going to do is it's going to retain the client. That client is going to invest in crypto regardless. Because guess what? When they find the factual answers to the questions that they've got at the moment, they're finding answers in Google, which is going to scare the crap out of them. Google scares the life out of somebody new into crypto.
But also, it's like kids, right? If you tell a kid not to do something, but don't tell them why, what are they going to do?
Yeah, don't touch that hot fire.
We've both got kids.
Yeah, all the time.
I actually saw, slightly off topic, I saw a Michael McIntyre sketch, and he was like, in order to get kids to do what you want them to do, you have to threaten them with death. And it's kind of similar. And not necessarily that you will kill them, but you're like, you have to brush your teeth, otherwise they'll all fall out and you'll die.
I said that literally yesterday morning.
Yeah.
Don't brush your teeth, they'll all fall out.
Yeah. Or you need
and
to...
I even did that. There you go.
You need to look where you're going, because if you don't, you'll walk in the road, you'll get hit by a car and you'll die.
Yeah.
And it's like, but my point is like, with that kind of, what's the word? That kind of scenario where we're saying that, you can't just say no because someone will then want to go and do it themselves. Absolutely. The big thing is don't press the big red button. What do you do?
Yeah.
If that message said, if you press this big red button, this room will literally explode, how many people do you think will press a red button?
There's always going to be that one numpty, yeah.
Yeah.
But for me as well is that I think you hit the nail on the head a few minutes ago when you said, well, they can't earn from it. So unless they're able to monetize the investment the client makes, well, there will be a time they can monetize.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
In the digital asset space. So get up to speed with it now, and just look. What I'm saying, I'm reaching out to any IFA that has clients or their own needs to understand. Let's just have a chat, because we don't say you should be buying crypto. Never say that. Anybody that says that, steer away from them as much as you can. What they should be doing is, right, what questions have you got? What do you want to understand? And most people say, what is crypto? That's the, it's the hardest. It's an easy question to answer, but.
And guess what as well, though? If they want to take a call with you guys, guess who you'll be able to get on that call? Tax experts as well. How many exchanges out there? How many, businesses like yours out there? So do you know what we'll also do? We'll also bring a tax expert on the call as well. Yeah. So you can also understand the implications it has to your client.
Exactly. And again, to talk about our industry in a negative light now, there's probably a good chance where a lot of these IFAs and accountants feel that they can't, there's nobody to reach out to. Because when they go into Google, they find Binance, they look for a phone number. Oh, there isn't a support system. Because that's how crypto works for the majority of the companies that offer the liquidity. But there are companies out there that really want to reach out and help you. And why? For the benefit of us as well. I'm not saying here, oh yeah, we're just really nice, we want to help you. Look, the reason why is that client who's got those questions, like you've said, they'll press the big red button at some point. We want them to press it with us and use us because we know that we offer the best service, the investable assets that exist, that have good longevity, and we feel that are good, good buys, the security, the custody, and everything we've mentioned. We feel that we have the best way for you to do that. But anybody that says there's nothing in it for you then they're a liar. Yes, there's something in it for us by helping that client. We want your client to use us. And I'm not shy in coming forward with that because I think that's
but that's also, we're getting off topic now, but that's also what annoys me when people go, oh, I shy around the point that I want customers to come to my business. Well, hello, knock, knock, knock. That's why you're in business. You want people to come to you. Like, you're not, what you're saying is, if you want to invest in crypto, then you would like them to come to you guys and use you guys to do that. But you're not saying you have to invest in crypto.
No.
Do you know what I mean? It's a totally different question. So cool. So I guess, just rounding off, we did AccountX, which was good.
Yes.
We got a lot of good traction, some good conversations. You and Jamie had a packed out room for your talk.
We did.
So it shows some interest. It shows some, even on the outside, some kind of, the accountants are looking at this and thinking about this. We've got the Digital Accountancy Show coming up when this goes out. I'm not sure, so it probably would have already happened. But
like
again,
week away, week and a half away.
Week and a half away or so. So again, we're there to, we're hosting a crypto lounge with some other industry experts, and we're basically opening the doors to say, come and talk to us.
Yeah,
we're around all day.
Absolutely,
we'll be there. Come and say hello. So, I think for me, we're trying to get the message out there. We're trying to deliver it together. It's really important, that part as well, that we do this together, that we work together on this. So we'll link everything in the show notes. But we have got a dedicated landing page for this. If you go to outsourcedcrypto.com, you can find out all the details on how to get in touch with us about how you can work with us. If they want to learn more about Wealth 99, they will go to
so wealth99.com. On the outsourcedcrypto.com, I think there's a link as well, maybe to us there, but if not, just wealth99.com.
We'll link that as well.
Yeah, we'll link that as well. Reach out, LinkedIn, me, whatever you want to do. If you're a financial professional, accountant, want to ask some questions that your clients are asking, or even for your own personal perspective, just reach out to us. That's all we want, is people to reach out. Again, going back a step, the more people that reach out to us, the more clients we have. The more clients we have, we're ticking the box of our business fundamentally operating in the way it needs to. And honestly, if another 1 million people in the UK get into crypto in the next 12 months, well, I would rather them get into it in the way that's in the right way, safely, securely, not making mistakes. So, hey, we'll do that with you.
Perfect. Thanks, Gareth, as always. Good
Pleasure.
to see you.
Thank you so much.
And I'm sure we'll see Gareth again soon.
Yes.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.